Alright guys, so I'm making this video to document the journey. Now, don't know what episode this is, but I've done this a lot whenever I was living in Malaga, back in the trenches. I used to document my journey a lot more. Um, but I stopped doing it over the past 2 months. It's really ironic because I basically told myself I'd document the journey every week, and it just didn't happen. So much shit went on. So I'm not gonna promise anything. I'll probably make this video and I might not make another one in a week, or I might make it in a couple months. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, document the journey, sort of where we're at right now. It is the middle of November, and a lot of things has happened since I documented it last. But basically, we're still sort of sitting at the same place we were back in Malaga, and that was about 3 months ago. We're still sitting at around 50,000 euros in monthly revenue, and frankly, that's okay. That's completely fine. I'm okay with that. We haven't grown in a couple of months, which obviously could be disheartening for most people, but I know how this goes. I know the game. And I know obviously that there's many reasons for that. And those reasons, basically just bad decision making. Not even bad decision making, but just not great decision making. I'd say that's been the main one, just making these sort of decisions that shouldn't have been made, but we learn from the mistakes and we move on. That's the whole goal. We move on from those mistakes. But anyway, yeah, we're still in the same place revenue wise, but clarity wise, basically how I feel a lot better than I did anyway. I feel a lot more confident. Basically, the next goal is 100K a month in February. Now, I could hit that a lot sooner if I really, really wanted to, but I don't want to, because we're making so much changes on the back end of everything on the product side. We're basically just trying to improve the product as much as possible, improve Frostmailer as much as possible on the product side, and basically not sell or not go completely ham with marketing and sales until January 1st, once the product is completely fixed and completely improved, like the best it can be. So I've had this crazy realization recently that what we were building before was basically an agency. It was like an automation agency, like an AI automation agency. It was a lot of shit, really. Now that I think of it, it wasn't amazing. It wasn't good. It was basically just a quick cash grab, churn and burn, and it worked to a certain degree. I mean, it got us to 50K a month. But play you on the phone. So are you recording content? So got us to 50. Yeah, but yeah, no, Jack just came out while I was trying to be a guru. Anyway, it got us to 50K a month. But what I found is that it's just complete churn and burn. So I'd sign a client for like $600 today, and then today also I'd have another client churn, for example. So it was just really a churn and burn game. It wasn't building enterprise value. And obviously our goal with Frostmailer is to exit for 10 million euro. And I came to the realization that that's not going to happen if we keep on playing this churn and burn game, and if we keep on sort of building this. It was like an agency. I didn't want to build an agency. I want to build a tech company. I want to build a tech company, sell it for 10 M's. That's the goal. That's what's going to happen, and it is going to happen. It might be 2027. I'm in no rush. I know the money's coming. I don't care when. I just know it's coming. So yeah, we've made some huge changes recently in terms of completely scrapping that side of the business, so completely scrapping the agency sort of thing. And what we're doing now is we're basically just gonna have the best product on the market for what we do, the best cold email inboxes on the fucking market, best support, best deliverability, everything. Gonna have the best on the market. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna have the best marketing on the fucking planet, because I know I'm good at marketing. So we're gonna have the best marketing in our niche, in our basically target market. And I'm going to be everywhere. I'm going to be all over YouTube, all over Instagram, all over Twitter, all over LinkedIn. all over everyone's cold email inboxes, or all over everyone's inbox. So your inbox will probably get hit up. Just beware. Gonna be everywhere. All right. So I'm excited for that. But that's not gonna take full effect until maybe January 1st. And I'm okay with waiting, 6 weeks or so for that. I'm patient. I know that it's not gonna happen overnight. But yeah, we basically have to completely scrap what we've done before in terms of the process, what we've done before for the product, and completely redo it. You basically start from the beginning, all over again. And I mean, we didn't have to, but I felt like we have to. Felt like we had to do that. Felt like those changes were necessary in order to grow. Take a short-term hit in order to grow long-term. And over the past 6 weeks, we probably will lose revenue. We probably will drop down maybe to 40K a month. And I'm okay with that. I'm completely okay with that because I know due to some decisions and even due to not making this transition earlier, that it's bound to happen. It's bound to end up like that, which is completely fine. I'm completely okay with that. Yeah. So from here on out, there's going to be big changes, and we're going to go extremely far. It's like pulling the slingshot back. You have to go back a bit, and then you get fucking launched forward. Launch forward to 100K a month, 200K a month, 300K a month. And I can visualize that happening in my mind every night. Visualize Frost Mailer just fucking closing deals, scaling up, 100K a month, 200K a month. I'm extremely confident it's going to happen. In fact, I know for a fact it's going to happen. And I know for a fact we're going to hit 100K in February. I just know. And some might call it delusional, but I fucking know. I think you got to be delusional to a certain degree in order to win an online business. Not everything's going to be in black and white. You got to be fucking delusional. You got to know in your mind that you're going to achieve this goal, even though it's completely irrelevant, even though you might not even be anywhere close to achieving it. You got to be so delusional. You got to believe in your mind that it's already done, that point of delusional, and then it will happen. Because God will give you what you feel like you deserve. I'll repeat that again. God will give you what you feel like you deserve. So if you feel like you actually already have that thing, you feel like you deserve it, you're putting in the work, you can visualize yourself achieving that goal, God will give it to you. You ask God for it, God will give it to you. Yeah, went off in a bit of a tandem there, but I'm going to leave that there. And yeah, I'm going to do one of these more often. Sort of like therapy out here, I'm going to do one of these every now and again. I don't know when the next one will be. I don't want to lie. But yeah, thanks for listening. Peace out.